Okay guys, I just wanted to show you the potatoes. And so this has to go outside. Or it's gonna be all for nothing. But we've got one that is growing some really good plants there. And then over here, we've got a few more that are growing decent plants. And all I did was shove them in some dirt. And then I'd put some water in the dirt every so often, like maybe once a week, once every 5 days, I'd water the dirt just so that like it would kind of force the roots out, so that like it would force it to root and find water kind of thing, to encourage it to grow roots, I guess. I don't know what I'm really trying to say, but I don't know. I saw it online. And then if you can see that, this is sprouting some eyes as well. So these guys, and they've also got roots underneath. I don't know what, I think that's a weed growing, but I think that's a weed as well. I don't know where that's coming from, but yeah, like this one's growing some eyes. So the only ones that are not doing anything, also, can we just appreciate how huge these are? Like, they're so tall. I mean, I thought the ones I brought outside were tall, but I think they were actually only like that big. Oh, maybe they were that big. I don't really know. And then can we also appreciate how huge that pepper plant is already? I'm gonna have to move it because I think it might be shading other pepper plants. But these are about to go, these are going outside tomorrow because I need this room back so we can try and get Joseph into his own room, because we've also got like all these tomatoes. Now these are huge. These are, so this shelf, let's see if we can get this right. Like, look at that. So this is one shelf. This is the shelf I took the trays off, and they're starting to grow past this shelf. So like these plants alone could totally probably reach the fences that are outside. And these are, I'm not seeing, did I write a name on these? If I didn't write a name, I'm not seeing names on them, so I'm gonna think, I think these are the San Marzanos, which makes me happy because I think the ones outside are dying. I think they just went into shock and started dying. These, they just don't look happy, they look mopey. So yeah, I think we're gonna put them out on the porch. It's time for them to head outside. Yeah, so you got Roma here. I don't know what kind of peppers these are. Pepperoncini, things like that. So, I mean, it really kind of looks like they're gonna start growing some buds soon, those guys. Anyway, we've got the apple trees here. We have more peppers in the far corner. Those are the chili d'arbol and the cayenne, I think. They didn't germinate very well, so we're gonna keep them in here until they germinate well. I just took the red potatoes out of there, so I'm actually gonna move this tray under that light because that's my really good light. And then we have some strawberries, and if I would have labeled them, I would have known which kind grew really well, which would be this kind is doing really well, but that kind is like hit or miss. You know, you've got some really good plants in there, and then you've got some that have literally just shriveled up and died. And the reason I transplanted them is because they were doing well. Yeah, so I think I better just kind of maybe just get them outside or something. I don't know. I don't really know. I know I kind of forced them to try to grow roots down to drink the water from the bottom. And now I've started watering them on top because I noticed that they were kind of starting to die. We have a couple pepper plants here that I'm gonna have to move because they're starting to hit the top there, as you can see. So, and there's Sensation, which are the yellow peppers. So yeah, pretty soon we'll have this room back. Clearly I've got to do some laundry there. One tray had a hole in it, basically like just it split like here in the plastic, and so it leaked all over the bed here and I didn't notice. So after I get these plants off, we've got to do some laundry and stuff. But here's what I did for the red peppers to see if they're actually gonna sprout or not. So I just took them out of the trays that they were in and I put them in here, and I'm just gonna let them dry off, and maybe keeping them in a dark spot is gonna like help them. I don't know. This one looks like it's got some mold on it, so I might actually keep this guy out so he doesn't spread any mold to the others. You're on a timeout. You can't grow mold. No, sir. Now I did notice on some of them, let me see if I can find one. Maybe this guy. Yeah. So they're starting to grow some eyes. So, but I mean, they were down here in the soil this way, so they were facing up. So I don't know if like the light was helping them grow some eyes. I think a worm was eating this because I found a worm. I'm actually gonna keep you out too, because I just don't want. Yeah, so like here you can kind of see that the eyes are gonna start emerging at the holes. So yeah, I think these ones we're just gonna keep in there. And then I got, I don't know, maybe about 6 of them in there. I just wanted to separate them. Oh, yeah. 7 in there. So, yeah, I think they're kind of on the verge of growing. I mean, I was late to the game, and I know that. I was late trying to get, like, potatoes sprouted. I was lazy, I didn't want to go to the grocery store, and then, yeah. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely not buying seed potatoes because the ones I've seen at the store are like $15. I'm not spending $15 on seed potatoes. Whew. So we'll see how these ones grow. Yeah. And then maybe we'll just keep moving forward. Maybe we'll buy organic ones next year. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. This is my first year ever trying to make potatoes. Not tomatoes, potatoes. So, and we chose russet, red, and sweet potatoes. So, and I guess the ones, because these aren't organic, so apparently at the grocery store, they're usually hybrid. And when you try and save the seeds from a hybrid plant, it's kind of a guess as to whether they're actually going to germinate and whatnot. But I mean, potatoes, you're just saving potatoes to use as a potato plant for next year. So yeah, so, but this is our little grow room. I should take the plastic off the big guy just to force it to climatize, because that's what I did to these ones, so that they're just not as warm. I don't know. Seems like a lot of work though, because then if they're all going outside tomorrow, then you know, I'll be taking these down, so, and I can take the plastic off then. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know, perhaps next year we'll buy like actual proper like seed potatoes and get like, you know, not hybrid potatoes or anything like that. I don't even know if that's a thing. So anyway, here's the grow room, full of plants everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's a plant. Anyway, there you go.